Morning. Just woke up. It's early. Going to get hotel breakfast. So I'm going to show you guys what I usually get. It's pretty much only one option you can get when you're a Nutritarian, which is oatmeal. I'll show you how I make it. Sometimes the fruit looks okay. This fruit is, some of it's kind of okay, so that's pretty good. I usually don't get any of these, but bananas are sometimes okay. Generally they have some other fruit, which is typically canned, but this looks like it might not be. I'm not sure, but sometimes you can get the fruit. It's pretty decent too. Stay away from all this. You don't need any juice or cereal or anything. No muffins or anything. What I typically get is just this, the peanut butter. And I put this in my oatmeal. Stay away from waffles. No, no, no. And I pretty much never even open up these things because, no. So we go with the oatmeal. It's actually pretty good. I actually really like this oatmeal. I usually do about 1 or 2 scoops. Sometimes I do like 2 servings. I'll go back for more. I need more than that. And then I get the toppings usually. So we have brown sugar. I always skip the sugar part. Dried fruit, I get some of that. This has blueberries in it, yummy. I don't know what those things are. That's weird. This is what I usually use for sweetness along with the peanut butter. And then they typically have nuts too, which is a great choice. Let's put some of those in there also. And then the peanut butter I mix in at the table. And I usually take some water to thin it out a little bit if I want to grab my peanut butter and get out of here. Whoops. I can do this with one hand.
Like a brute squat, dude.
It's the brute squat. Now let's start mixing. 1 sec. Alright, and this is it. You could do 2 bowls of this if you wanted, if you're really hungry. But it's a really good choice for breakfast, and almost any hotel has it. So I'm also going to do a bowl of this because this is a decent choice if you pick out some of the raisins, because that's where most of the sugar comes from. But it's a low sodium food, and this hotel has rice milk available. How cool is this? Okay, here's my backup. I like to have 2 bowls of oatmeal, or I usually get some raisin bran also. There's a couple of boxes of raisin bran, but I picked out all the raisin because that's where all the sugar is. See that? It's crazy. Well, most of the sugar. And we got the rice milk here. It's a pretty decent option. Always take the stairs in the hotel. Get a little extra exercise. Here's what to do if you're in your hotel room and you're cold. Steal your husband's sweatshirt and make it like pants. We came back to this restaurant, the cutting board in Phoenix. It's awesome. We ordered the buffalo cauliflower wings for an appetizer. And I got the same bowl as yesterday. And we're getting a cookie again. And here's my bowl I got again. I also got the cucumber salad, which is okay, but it uses a little bit of too much sesame oil for me. He got the pizza again. What's new? I'm still working on this. Actually, turns out to be quite a bit of food, but I'm going to see this technique we have here. First of all, we've made sure to split it down the middle, but now we're covering it so we don't have to watch it while I'm finishing my food. Because he can't stand seeing it. He calls that self-preservation. We're coming for you. Camelback. We're getting in a little bit of a hike today. Gonna do camelback. Looks like the Flintstones out here. Mountain. This is top of Camelback Mountain, and it's getting close to dark, and they sight vehicles in the parking lot after dark, so I better go. But welcome to the top of Phoenix. Right, a little bit of information about how I do hotel room stays. I typically try to bring my Vitamix if possible, and we did bring it today. It's actually got its own little suitcase. So I got the Vitamix and a couple of tools. Since this is a car trip, I also brought this cooler, and I just filled it up with ice from the hotel ice machine because our refrigerator happens to not have a freezer, so can't do like frozen berries very well in there. So went to the store, got some berries. This is a cherry berry blend. Got a couple of those and got a bag of cherries as well. So I also brought from home, well, that's his leftover pizza from last night, but I brought some dates, some flaxseed, and that's my leftover from last night, and some romaine. Of course, almost everywhere you travel, anytime, there's always a grocery store nearby or a place to buy fresh food. That's the thing I think people forget about when they're traveling, is they don't realize there's always grocery stores nearby. You can always get fresh produce. You can always make your own kind of smoothie if you can bring a blender with you, have enough room in your suitcase, and I always make room in my suitcase for the Vitamix. It's crazy, it's really heavy. But the Ninjas are really good too, or the, what's that one you have? The blender? NutriBullet, yeah. Those NutriBullets are really good, and they're fairly light as well to pack. You can always pack stuff inside of the cup too. Like this is one of his cups here. And you can like pack stuff inside. You can pack clothes inside there so it doesn't take up very much space at all. It's not heavy. So we're gonna have a smoothie for dinner tonight after this crazy hike, and then I'm gonna have one in the morning too. I just really want some fruits and vegetables. I didn't really have too many today, except for that meal we had at the vegan place, but that was a not a ton. Then the other thing that happened was, of course, certain hotels you stay at, they have cookies at night. So I got a couple cookies, and the inner food addict in me got an extra one and ate it on the way to the room as I was walking up. Probably actually would have gotten more cookies had there not been some people sitting there eating because of embarrassment. And I also got some sweet potato chips, but we just did that whole huge hike. So, you know, I'm cool with having a little cookie here and there. But that's it for now. That's just some information on the hotel stuff, and I think I'm gonna make a smoothie tonight. We'll see, and then for sure in the morning. Bye. So this is interesting. Got these chips thinking they were good. I thought they would just be like actual sweet potatoes. Here, let me show you what one of them is. These little chips. They sort of make them in the shape of a sweet potato if you had sort of, you know, cut lengthwise down a sweet potato. But it makes you think it's a sweet potato, like a chip made of sweet potatoes basically. But it's a tortilla chip. Corn, stone ground corn, oil, and then dried sweet potatoes, cane sugar, sweet potatoes, and sea salt. That's funny. That's not very easy to know. I mean, I guess it tells you that on the front, but who's gonna like read that fine print? That's all I wanted to say. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you usually get when you're traveling? What's your go-to type of food that you get when you travel? Either in a hotel breakfast or just at restaurants or as you're driving around on road trips. What do you usually do?